You may be a movie producer, or you may be, I mean, not a movie producer, you may be a accountant, or you may be a lawyer, or you may be a whatever it happens to be. But if this is something that you feel like you have to do, if you don't do it, it's never going to get done.
It's not just being a filmmaker. It's being an actor or being your editor or what have you. I mean, I've passed off projects to other people, whether it's editing or hey, can you act in this or act in that, and you're still waiting and you're still waiting and you're still waiting for that. You're now affecting other people.
Right.
When I pass that off to somebody else, I'm ready to go. You know, for instance, like season 6, I'm ready to go and launch that, but I'm still waiting on something. It does not look like it's going to get done in time for me to release it by the end of the year.
Oh, yikes.
And that's disappointing because, I had given them this for like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So now I'm having that difficult situation of, and it's an important thing. It's not something that I can cut because it's very essential to explain certain details of the saga.
Yeah.
So now that it's taken so long and it's like pulling teeth to get this, that's making me consider how this is going to impact projects later.
Right.
My deadline, I told people and promised this was going to be out by the end of the year. Now it doesn't look like that.
Damn.
And now I'm in that position. And the same thing with, passing a project off to get edited or to write. Everybody knows that we're about to do the 12-in-1. Well, full disclosure, we've had deadlines. We're doing the sort of planning it a quarter at a time. So it's, okay, guys, for our first quarter, I need all of our scripts and budgets and everything in by October 31st.
Right.
And when that time comes and goes, it's like, okay, I'm doing the first 3 films. I have to.
Yeah.
And now at the beginning of December, I put out the emails like, okay, December 31st for second quarter, I need all these in. And it's now
whatever day
over halfway through the month.
Yeah.
And they still got time, but what happens when that doesn't come in? If it doesn't come in, now I'm doing 6 films. And now I have to consider, is that going to be something that I can put on their shoulders now? They've shown, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Is it procrastination? If it is procrastination, you have to look at yourself and ask. Like one of the video clips that I'm waiting on will take 5-10 minutes to do.
Right.
Still waiting over a month at this
Wow.
point. So I have to, as much as good a friend as they are, and as as comfortable as good a work as they do, when they are present, I have to consider, okay, I've got a project coming up, and I want to put him or her in a starring role. If I can't get that, how can I have that entire feature weighing on their shoulders?
Yeah.
And they have to look in the mirror and they have to understand my point of view.
Right.
They have to understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
Because if they don't do it, or I've got to figure out how to get around that or to do it a different way.
Right.
Or I'm going to be the one doing all 12 goddamn films.
Yeah.
So if you know you're a procrastinator, just pull out.
Right.
Just stop. Unless you identify you're a procrastinator and are willing to analyze your own life and be completely honest with yourself and say, what am I procrastinating for? When I procrastinate, what am I doing in place of writing a script or editing that project?
Yeah.
Am I going to watch another person's movie? Am I watching something on Disney Plus? Do I have to go change somebody's light bulb? And here's a very chauvinistic attitude, which I wanted to say to somebody. It's like, well, I had to do this, I had to do that. The family wants this, and I got to go do this. I'm like, dude, are you the man of the house or not?
Yeah.
You take some time for yourself. Fine, if it's an equal relationship, great. Get your equal time.
Yeah.
Have the wife handle the kids for an hour and a half.
There's ways, right? There's ways to do there's ways to do everything that you need to do. Okay, everything you want to do. There's ways around it. The entire world does not stop because a family member needs something. And we all understand that. And there are families all over the freaking planet that somehow have people able to do whatever it was they're able to do. If I know I've got something that needs to get done, okay, whatever it happens to be. And I will admit, there are things I like doing and things I hate doing. And I will put off the things I hate doing as long as I possibly can. For example, like mowing the yard and yard work. Ugh. But it needs to get done, right? So do I go do it? I do not. I have pay someone else to do it. See, I don't necessarily have to do it myself, but it still needs to get done.
Yeah.